listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. I deliver it every day. And then remind you, if you ever have any more finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And of course, it is another beautiful day on Ron Siegel Radio. We are celebrating. I like to celebrate every day. There's always something positive that you can look up to, look at, and find that beautiful day of celebration. So for this date, we are looking at the 22nd of August, National Bean Better Day. National, well, you know something, here's a good one. Joe Ingram's on the line with us. Hey, here's a great one. Today is the Tooth Fairy Day. Yeah, I like that one. That's I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll think about that one. And National Pecan Tort Day. Having beaten anorexia, I think I will stick with that one. National Pecan Tort Day. Got to look at that. That might be nice. I'm looking forward to Friday when it's National Waffle Day. That'll be a nice one. And Saturday, Whiskey Sour Day. Okay. We're going to look at a bunch. There's a bunch of them coming up that we've got to chat about. The 25th, Kiss and Makeup Day. Are you getting ready for that one? I don't know. We're just thinking about it. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, we are looking at that down 8.99, so it's basically flat. S&P 500 is up 314. Oil up 89 cents a barrel. Looking at the 10-year Treasury, basically that one's flat too. There's not enough there to really talk about it. It's right on the flat line as well. Okay, so there you go. Joe, you are trouble. No boundaries, so proof I arrived like the Tooth Fairy through the window when you are sleeping. Yeah, you're right. Joe, anything I say can and will be used against me. I think I will hold off on that one. We are looking at what else is going on in the markets. We've talked about a little bit about that part of it. The why of the markets. Well, yesterday we did look at the markets. S&P finally breaking out to a new all-time high. That was a short applause there. Yeah, got a nice one there. After recovering from their correction earlier this year, the Russell 2000 also broke out to new all-time highs again as well. I should note that both the Russell and the NASDAQ have made multiple new highs since their corrections earlier this year. The Dow still has some catching up to do, but it was a great day yesterday. All in all, the big thing everybody was talking about yesterday was, this is the market standpoint, was the S&P tying The longest bull market in history, that record will be broken today. Yesterday tied it, today breaks it. As you know, I have been fairly bullish and expect this market to keep on going. Probably from 7 years, 6 years until President Trump is out of office, but I digress. I don't consider this market to be the longest bull market just yet, only the second longest, that's my opinion. Currently it's 9 years, 5 months old, but the oldest bull market, which began in December 1987 and ran until March of 2000, lasted 12 years, 4 months. I'm using the lowest close in December 1987 of 223.91 to the highest close in March 2000 of 1527 and 57, which translate to 582.23% gain. Some mistakenly cut that bull run short because of the pullback we saw in 1990. If one were to look at the pullback from the high of July of 90 to October of 1990, it would come down 20.36%, ending that bull market. But if you use the highest close in July of 90 to the lowest close in October of 90, the pullback falls just shy of that 20% mark at 19.92%, thus keeping the bull market alive, and rightly so. Actually, we should probably call that move the longest bull run. Why? Because a bull market per se doesn't officially start until there's a 20% rally. So technically the market didn't rally 20% from the December of 87 low close until March of 1988. So really the clock should begin from there and go until there's a 20% pullback, the official end of a bull market and beginning of a bear, which didn't take place until March of 2001. That technically makes this the longest bull market, 13 years long. But for the sake of easy measuring, which also corresponds to a simple eyeballing of a chart, let's use the lowest close to the highest close as our bull run market measurement, which makes 12 years, 4 months the record. So yesterday's milestone of 9 years, 5 months for this bull market is crazy impressive, but still number 2. But 2 years and 11 months from now, I believe we'll be celebrating the real all-time record for the longest bull market. Quite frankly, given how the economy is surging along with record employment, record corporate profits, record consumer sentiment due to the record tax cuts, and record deregulation, I'm feeling pretty good that we'll see this bull market set an even bigger record from there. So whatever you do, don't miss out. Make sure you're taking full advantage of it. Make sure you are a bit in this market. Sally, I know that's a great picture, isn't it? It's a fun one. Make sure you're taking advantage of this market. Don't try to be a stock picker of your own unless you're planning on doing all of the research for it. That's a big issue. Lots of people confuse a bull market with being a great stock picker. It's a big, big difference. So just watch the two issues. They are not the same. What else is going on in the news? Once again, the students at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, took down a Confederate statue on campus late Monday. The statue of Silent Sam was put in place to remember sons of the university who died for their beloved Southland, according to CNN. Where is the rule of law? Right? If you want to take the statue down, okay, that's your choice. I'm not on that same bandwagon. But where is the rule of law? Shouldn't there be somebody watching this to make sure that because there's going to be arguments, there's going to be fights, and what's going to end up happening, I don't know why they're not looking at this in a closer manner. What's going to end up happening is somebody's going to get hurt. Hopefully nobody gets killed. But that's going to happen. It's just a matter of time when you allow anarchy like this to take place and the authorities step aside. That's what's happening is the authorities, the police, you can't just go to someplace because you don't like a statue and start tearing it down. The police are going to get involved, and if they don't get involved before there is mayhem, they'll be getting involved after there is mayhem. So it's a real shame to see what's going on here, and it's gonna come about. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it happens and what's going to happen at that point. Unbelievable. Obviously, the big news yesterday. We talk about the markets here all the time. But the big news of the day, Paul Manafort convicted on 8 counts, mistrial on 10 counts that were brought against him. And then we look and saw there was a plea bargain. Now the plea bargain of Michael Cohen is very, very fascinating to me. First off, he hires an attorney that was basically the family boss, the Clinton family attorney, right? I mean, there's been so many things that we've seen going on with the Clintons, but Michael Cohen hires Lanny Davis, definitely a Clinton hack, hires Davis to be his personal attorney, his criminal attorney in this case. And then they go out there and he pleads guilty, changing his story. Now here's the issue. 6 months ago, the president, according to Cohen, had done nothing wrong. Now the president is, and 6 months ago, Cohen made payments to Stormy Daniels and the other one, I don't remember her name. So he had made those payments without the president's knowledge. He says that to America. Now, when he has something to gain, the story changed. How does that happen? Which story is the accurate one? The one being told by the Clinton lawyer, or the one being told by the accused, who's looking to cover his rear? Then the Clinton lawyer goes off and says that if this implicates the president. Well, maybe the Clinton lawyer should know the law. You would think that having been a lawyer for the Clintons for so long, he would know the law. But apparently there's a problem there. There's a disconnect there, because the law says in campaign finance that the candidate, there's no limit on how much the candidate or corporation, the candidate's corporation, can spend on one's own candidacy. So what is the problem? I don't get the problem here. So maybe the Clinton lawyer needs to look at that. Maybe the state attorney needs to look at that as well. So it's just a fascinating story. We're going to continue watching it. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio discussing. You're also watching if you're on Facebook there. We appreciate seeing some of the folks, and glad to see you with us. James, Paul, Mitch, Joe, glad to see all of you with us this morning. And as I said, you're listening to Ron Siegel Radio discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, we've got a lot to chat about today. Having trouble saving enough for down payment? We'll talk about it. How about a crowdfund? Auto loan refinance, how you could save thousands of dollars a year. Can you refinance an auto loan? Our friend Joe here, he is a big car guy. We'll talk, maybe get him to pipe in a little bit. Alternatives to a reverse mortgage. There are people out there who don't know the reverse mortgage product, so they like to give you alternatives to it. I think you should have all the alternatives also, so you can make the best possible decision for your family. So we'll talk about those as well. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter, @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams, or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO-certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990. Or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission, lending partners will give a credit at closing, the title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. In the Mortgage Minute today, being brought to you by our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star has the programs, the products for you. You just need to make that phone call. Call our friends over at Gold Star. They're the only ones I know of with the Fast Pass Loan Approval. Gold Star Mortgage. Well, what do we have going on today in the Mortgage Minute? Let's look at the markets. Once again, we do that on a regular basis. The markets, they've been fairly flat most of the morning today. We haven't seen a whole lot of activity in the markets. And we're seeing that let's see if we can get the Dow Jones on here. Dow Jones Industrial Average. I usually like to bring that up on a couple of computers because sometimes we get different numbers just as quick they're changing. Dow Jones down 20.85, oil up $2 a barrel as we speak. And let's look and see the mortgages up 11 basis points. That means interest rates are down a little bit. The 10-year Treasury, that one's down just a little bit. Okay, so now that we know what is happening, maybe we need to look at the why it's happening. Markets being dragged down by political fears after reports that President Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, has pleaded guilty to 8 criminal counts. Cohen said he violated campaign finance law at the president's direction. Regardless if it's true or not, the stock markets generally do not like uncertainty, causing a flight to quality in the bond market. As a result, bonds are nicely higher. Current bull market rally, which started March 9th, is now the longest one on record. Depending upon who you're listening to, the market has risen more than 300% since its low 9 years ago and surpasses the rally from 1990 to early 2000, which totaled 3,452 days. There are some interesting reports from Facebook, Microsoft, and other social media companies that signs of hacker activity have heated up. mostly likely aimed at influencing midterm elections. There are some that are predicting that it would benefit the Russians to interfere and have the Democrats take control of the House of Representatives to make a move towards impeachment. The thought process is that an impeachment would tie up the U.S. government for potentially years and would allow for Russia to operate more freely as the U.S. is distracted. Well, I think Russia's done a pretty good job of keeping the U.S. distracted right now, along with most of the U.S. media. In economics news, Mortgage Bankers Association reported that mortgage application volume increased by 4.2% last week. Applications to purchase a home were up 3% and are now up 0.9% from this time last year. Refinances were up 6% last week, bringing year-over-year volume down 33%. The refinance share of mortgage activity increased from 37.6 to 38.7% of total applications. Average 30-year mortgage unchanged at 4.81% in the U.S., about 5/8 of a point, almost 3/4 of a point, higher than this time last year. The adjustable rate mortgage share of activity increased from 6.2 to 6.5. In housing news, existing home sales, which tracks closings on existing homes, down 0.7% in July at 5.34 million units annualized pace, lower than expectations for a 0.6% gain. Sales are down 1.5% year over year, which is still pretty strong considering the lack of inventory and higher rates. Speaking of inventory, there are only 1.92 million existing homes for sale, with inventory down 0.5% year over year. Last month, there was a reported gain of 0.5% year over year, which was the first gain since 2015, but that was revised lower to a loss. Inventory levels are still extremely tight, with there being only a 4.3-month supply and homes on the market for an average of 27 days. I keep hearing real estate professionals telling me all over that the real estate market is slowing down. Stats don't seem to be confirming the feelings of the real estate professionals. Lawrence Yoon from the National Association of Realtors said listings continue to go under contract in under a month, which highlights the feedback from realtors that buyers are swiftly snatching up moderately priced properties. Existing supply is still not at a healthy level, and new home construction is not keeping up with demand. Median home price, now this is a national number. Do not look at this for your local areas. National number is $269,600, which was a decline from $276,900 last month. Median home prices are up 4.5% year over year. First-time home buyer rose from 31% to 32% in July. Distressed sales, which include foreclosures and short sales, only made up 3% of sales in July, which is the lowest since the National Association of Realtors began tracking in October 2008 and down from 5% a year ago. 2% of sales were foreclosures, 1% were short sales. Later today, the Fed minutes from August 1st is going to be released. This will give us a deeper look at the last meeting where the Fed left rates unchanged. We'll look for comments and clues on future hikes, the economy, and inflation. Historically, the Fed minutes have not been kind to mortgage bonds, so buyer beware. And we're still looking at some technical issues going on within the market there also. There's technicals going on in the mortgage market. So a lot of stuff going on in the mortgage world right now. We like to bring you the why. You can get the what anywhere. Not everybody knows the why of what's going on in the mortgage world. That's why we share the why with you here on Ron Siegel Radio. So we're going to be continuing to watch this one. If you've got people that are considering buying a house right now, well, the idea there is I would not be recommending them lock in right now. We like to watch the markets. This is what's called floating, because we look at the markets and see where they are at any given time. And we say, is there a higher likelihood of the interest rate going up or going down? And being that we have these numbers on our phones, when you're talking to a great mortgage banker, Now, this is not going to be the same case in most instances with the big bank on the corner, but mortgage bankers generally will have the markets on their mobile devices. There's an app for that, telling them what's going on in the market. And you watch these things, and you can help save your buyers some money. Save your refinancing clients some money by knowing whether you should be locking, floating, being on the edge, what the markets are looking at. So right now, our concept is we're watching the markets, but we're really floating with the markets to see where we're going to head next. And why do we say that we're floating with the markets? Is because we need to look and see what are we doing right now. There's some overhead resistance at 101.99, right? And when you talk about the bond being at 101.95, if we break through that 101.99, if we can hold or continue with some momentum, there's a long run up to the next resistance level, which is at about 102.70. That means the bond can move a long way up, which means interest rates can go down significantly if we can get that breakthrough. So what do we want to do? We want to watch the market and see, can we break through that resistance? Now, we've tried a couple of times in the last few days. We've gone up to it, and we've bounced back down. We've gone up to it, and we bounced back down. Right now, we're in an upward channel on the market, on the bond market, which means interest rates can begin going down. If we're in that upward channel, the whole concept here is we want to float and see if we break it. If we don't, and we come all the way back down to the next level of support, well, do we have a long way to drop? No, it's about 16, 15 basis points. Not a huge drop. So there's not a huge amount of downside risk, and there is a good amount of upside potential. And that's what we look at in the markets. That's why we watch them the way we watch them. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, having trouble saving enough for a down payment, we'll talk about that. Auto loan refinance, how you could save hundreds of dollars a year, maybe more than that, and some alternatives to a reverse mortgage, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter, @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com, or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. There are always people out there shopping. Nest has the best product that I know of. Gets you the information about upcoming properties for sale sooner than anybody else does. Having trouble saving enough money for your down payment? How about Crowdfund It? You've read that right. First-time buyers across the country are getting creative when it comes to saving the necessary down payment to buy a home. Many couples are asking their wedding guests to contribute to their down payment fund rather than fulfilling a traditional registry. Fueled by the fact that many couples live together prior to marriage and already have the necessary items to make a house a home, they just need the house. The average wedding in the United States has 120 guests who give wedding gifts valued on average at $186. $186. Oh! I guess that's the wrong sound effect, right? I guess. There we go.
That is what it is.
This means that couples could walk away from their wedding with over $22,000 towards their down payment. Services like Home Fund Me allow friends, family members, and almost anyone else in a buyer's network to contribute funds toward the buyer's down payment. Contributors can determine at that time of their donation if their gifts are conditional or non-conditional on the beneficiary buying a home. That's the big question mark that comes up on that one. Moving right along here. According to a recent Wall Street Journal article, about 400 borrowers have used Home Fund Me to help buy homes since the average program launched in October, and on average, they raise about $2,500. The article went on to explain that most borrowers use these funds in combination with their personal savings to shorten the time needed to achieve their goal of home ownership. There are more and more programs surfacing from lenders that allow buyers to put down as little as 3% to buy their dream home. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loan programs require 3% down payments. FHA programs require as little as 3.5%, and VA loans are often approved with nothing down. Bottom line, gone are the days of 20% down or no loan. If your dreams include buying a home of your own in the next year, you can get creative with your down payment savings to make it happen. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Let's chat about what it means and get you on a... Here's the issue. It's really a simple one. Nothing more than a game plan to get you to buying your next house. A game plan. You just have to know what you want to do and know how to go about it, and put the game plan in place. That is The real-time real estate segment, again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. So you know that I am a very large proponent, not just in girth, of the reverse mortgage. There are other radio folks out there that are sharing that they are not a fan of the reverse mortgage. So let's look at why they're not a fan and see if there is some validity to their comments. So basically, a reverse mortgage, in short, allows someone who is house rich, equity rich, and cash poor to get a payment from their lender in exchange for the bank, the way they put it, the bank getting equity in the house over time. They're not getting equity in the house. They're adding to the lien on the house. They don't get to share in any of the equity because the lien grows regardless of whether the property value grows or not. You can either take the payment in a lump sum, get a check each month, or get periodic checks. Reverse mortgages remain popular lure for cash-strapped seniors, but according to this person, what's good in theory is often terrible in execution. Well, that could be said about almost anything, right? There's a lot of things that could be bad in execution. You got to just know what you're doing. You've got to have the right projects for the right people. Is the reverse mortgage only for the cash-strapped individual? No. How about people that know what they're doing and maybe they want to take advantage of using that equity for life issues. Maybe they want to go on a vacation. Maybe they want to give that money to their kids while they're alive so they can see them enjoy it. There's grandkids, whatever. Consumer Report says reverse mortgages should only be a last resort for seniors who want to stay in their homes and who have no other alternatives. I disagree completely. I don't care who it is. There are many, many people that use the reverse mortgage. Now, there are people that take advantage of it. They're looking, they say, well, I want to go and take that money and put it into the stock market or buy a car or something like that. And maybe that's not the best choice. There are alternatives out there, options to consider when you're looking at the reverse mortgage. Maybe you want to sell your home and downsize. Not too many people want to do that. They want to live where they want to live. They don't want to be told, hey, you can't live there. It can be difficult to leave a home you've lived in and built memories in for many years. But you may find yourself in a position where you don't need as much room as you once did. If that's the case, maybe you want to sell your home and move into a smaller place. This will allow you to access the equity you've built in your home to cover expenses you would otherwise be paying with funds from the reverse mortgage. So what is the win there? You don't have the home you want to live in and you have the money, or you have the home you want to live in and you have the money. I don't see any benefit there. Refinance your house. With mortgage rates still relatively low, it's possible that you could refinance your home and end up with lower monthly payments. You can check current rates. Give us a call at 800-306-1990. Rates are fairly similar all over the place. The issue becomes what happens when you have that speed bump in the transaction. Some of the online services don't know how to deal with it. The article says, go to Lending Tree. Holy cow. Yeah, if you want your phone to blow up, then go to Lending Tree. Now, if you want to go to Lending Tree the right way, here's the way to go to Lending Tree to get a loan. Go to Google first, set up a Gmail account, then set up a Google Voice number, get that number and use that number for Lending Tree, because when your phone blows up, then you can turn off that phone number and you don't have to hear it ever again. That's the way it works. After you run the numbers, you may find that you're able to keep enough cash in your pocket each month to avoid having to go the reverse mortgage route. Apply for a home equity line of credit or a home equity loan. Similarly, the home equity line of credit, HELOC, or equity loan can let you access equity you have in your house. Okay. There's another one, so you get to make payments there, so you have less cash. Not a whole lot different than having the reverse mortgage on that one either. Sell to family members. Another option for some people is to sell your home to people you know instead of giving up a portion of it to the bank. You're not giving up a portion to the bank. That's just hogwash, and it's misleading. You're not giving up a portion to the bank. The bank has no ownership rights in your property whatsoever. Unbelievable how they continue to give out bum information. It's not fun to be in financial straits as an older adult, but there are options. Look into the options, see what makes the best sense for you and your family. And if you want to put together a game plan, once again, just give me a call, 800-306-1990. We work on the game plan for you because there are almost always some options out there. There are pros and cons to all of them. The whole issue is, do you know what the benefits are and what the downfalls are of each option? Unbelievable here. Companies looking to hire like crazy. I still hear some people out there saying no work out there. But holy cow, there's a lot of it. Think about a bunch of places that are hiring right now. UPS is hiring in a lot of different areas. TransUnion, they're hiring. Wow, Internet Cable and Phone Company hiring. Lyft, doing a lot of hiring. Booking.com, J.D. Irving, Argo Group, Qualtrics, Pro Healthcare, all companies that are hiring right now. So if you're looking for a job, just gave you about a half a dozen of them, of companies that are doing a lot of hiring right now. So don't say that there's no work to be had. If you want to work, you can find a job right now. And you are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, we will be talking about auto loan refinance, how you can save hundreds of dollars a year. And we'll see what else comes up as we continue that conversation. You can reach me, though, anytime on my off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area-trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRENMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 01869452 and 1866775.
Your Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com, or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. In the Your Credit Matters segment today, being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com, you have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has the solutions for you. You just need to get on there, get registered, get the information. That is all free on that page, CreditSanitizer.com. They've got the information for you. Auto loan refinance. Is there such a thing? Many folks don't even have a clue that one can refinance an auto loan. So could you use a little more breathing room in your budget each month? Maybe your credit scores were not as good as they should have been or could have been when you did your auto loan last. Just like with the home loan, you can redo your auto loan. Most people, again, don't know that, so they don't even try. Well, here's the big issue. Try it. You might be able to help your budget unless you like the idea of some bank or financial institution keeping all of your hard-earned money. I don't think you like that. Most people are not a big fan of that. So let's talk a little bit about the concept of restructuring your home loan. Because yes, you can do it. It's not that difficult. You just need to go and get on board with some of the right services or the right institutions. Where would you go to do this? Let's get to the report real quick so that I can share all of this wonderful information. Probably familiar with the idea of refinancing. It's true, though, not many people know about the potential money-saving option. A recent TransUnion study of 1.5 million refinance transactions in 2013-2014 found the average consumer reduced their interest rate. Are you ready for this? I guess we should get a drum roll on this one. They reduced the interest rate by 2.4%, saving an average of $600 a month, a little bit more than $600 a month. That's big money back into their lives, and maybe it's a lot of money for you too if you choose to refinance. As a general rule, you're going to want to be sure you're up to date on your car payments if you're looking to do a refinance. After all, paying all your bills on time each and every month is the important part. Number one way to have good credit, so you can borrow money under favorable terms. In addition, you shouldn't owe more on the car than what it's worth if you're looking to do an auto loan refinance. In other words, you don't want to be underwater or upside down on the vehicle. If you do owe more on a vehicle than what it's worth, it may not prevent you entirely from doing a refinance, but you'll likely have to bring money to the closing table to achieve your goal. Not sure if you're upside down in the car? You can pull up your vehicle's value at a site like Kelley Blue Book, which lets you search by the year, make, and model of your particular vehicle. With that as background, here's the basic lay of the land when it comes to refinancing your auto loan. Most people consider refinancing their auto loan to reduce their out-of-pocket each month on the loan and or to lower the total amount of interest they pay on the car note. Credit unions are a great place to do any kind of refinancing, including an auto loan refinance. If you're not already a member, you can locate your nearest credit union at asmarterchoice.org. That's the letter A, smarterchoice.org. Meanwhile, if you're looking for a national program, just about every major lender has an auto refinance program, including Bank of America, Capital One, Chase, Wells Fargo. That makes it very easy to do comparison shop for quotes online. Rates subject to change without notice. In general, there's no fee to apply for an auto loan refinance. However, you may have to pay title and state fees, both nominal charges that vary by state to complete your refinance. Yes, that is possibility, but it varies by will the kind of vehicle I own prevent me from refinancing my loan? Yeah, that's a possibility. Capital One explicitly states it won't refinance a car loan for any Oldsmobile, Daewoo, Saab, Suzuki, or Isuzu. But in reality, banning specific nameplates from being refinanced like Capital One, pretty rare. More common scenario is that the age of your vehicle and your odometer reading will be factors that make or break your application when it comes to an auto refinance. Why? Because that's the collateral that the bank has for your loan. Wells Fargo won't refinance any vehicle that has over 100,000 miles on it or that is 8 model years or older. Another example, Bank of America won't do it if your ride is 10 years or older. Capital One, they have some of the most stringent guidelines among the major bank auto refinance programs. They require vehicles to be 7 model years old or newer for a refinance. Need the car's title, proof of insurance, proof of income in order to close on your refinance loan. All the basics right there. Again, one of the best places for the refinance is for you to look at a credit union. They're one of the better options. And from what I've seen and talked with folks, they are one of the better options for dealing with the rates as well. So think about that part of it as you move forward. Just a thought for you. A quick story for you. When is a deal not a deal? Big percentage sales, though they sound great, often lose their luster after a buyer does some comparison shopping. A lot of people don't want to realize that part of it. A deal is not always a deal. You have to look. I love it. There was a men's clothier store, and I don't know if they're all over, but I know that there was one in Newport Beach, and they always advertised that buy 3 suits, buy 1 suit and get 2 free. How in the world do they do something like that? Pretty obvious. They've charged you too much on the first one. So if you're overpaying on one, is it really a deal? I'm going to suggest do some comparison shopping. Anytime you see that there's a huge discount on anything, my suggestion to you, I submit to you, that maybe there's a reason there's a huge discount on it. Maybe it's not the bargain you might have thought it was going to be. Just a thought for you. Buyer beware. Do some homework. There's a lot of different apps out that allow you to check and see what the reality is of various programs. I'm just going to say be careful. Be very, very careful of when you see something that looks too good to be true. Yeah, there's a good chance that maybe it is too good to be true. And as I say on all the time, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Steve, who's engineering us today. Set up, man. Mitchell's in the house. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.